how to study for exam or other purposes. In this video, we'll be looking at the definition of study, differences between studying and reading, how to study, two importance of studying. Definition: studying is the devotion of time, energy, and attention to gain knowledge, especially by means of books. Because you can study without reading. You can study by observation. You can study by staying in a classroom. All right? A good study will need time. All right? It will require energy. And you have to give it attention. In studying, the main aim is to gain knowledge. Okay? If you are not gaining knowledge, you need to ask yourself a question. Your success in life is a function of the knowledge you have gained. You want to be a career person, whatever you want to be, you need knowledge. So your success depends on your knowledge. Therefore, everyone will need to learn how to study and read. Studying versus reading. Let's compare them and see some differences. To study means to invest time to understand a concept. Alright? Meanwhile, reading, on the other hand, also means to invest time, but this time you peruse through a material. You peruse through, as in you read through something. You go through something. Right? Number two, studying takes more time and energy. Reading also takes time, but not as much as studying. Number three, studying involves researching and learning. While reading is perusing through a text to understand. Alright? That is, studying also includes reading in it. That's what we are saying. In studying, remembering is very important. Meanwhile, in reading, remembering may not be important. You just read for fun. Okay? Now, studying is mostly used when reading academic subjects, science and arts, like your physics, your chemistry, your government, your economics, so that you can study and get the concepts from it. Meanwhile, reading is mostly applied to literatures, novels, comprehension passages, online articles, and so on. How to study. Number one, make a study schedule, a study plan, get a study timetable. Okay? Plan the subjects and the time to study or read. Study timetable must be there and try to follow it. Paste the study schedule where you can see it, where your eyes can see it regularly, so that it will motivate you to obey it. Alright? Be disciplined with your study time. If your study time is 8 o'clock, make sure before 8 you are there. Have a fixed study time daily. It helps you to bring out the zeal of reading inside of you. If you say you will read by 10 p.m., make sure you're there. Be seated, open your books, start reading. Okay? Your study life has to be regimented, organized, and be disciplined. Space out your study time. Instead of reading 8 hours in a day, you can decide to break it down to 2 hours daily for 4 days. All right. For new students that are learning how to study, instead of reading 8 hours, space it out: 2 hours Monday, 2 hours Wednesday, 2 hours Thursday, just like that. It will help you. An experiment carried out on some students shows that students that studied 50 random vocabulary words using spaced out sections for 4 days, maybe 2 hours, 3 hours a day, and so on for 4 days, did better than those that just studied for a long time on a single day, right? Cramming and stressing their brain. So space out your reading. Number 4, switch off sources of distraction. There are lots of sources of distraction when you want to read. Your phone is one of them. Switch off your phone or put it away from you. You have to discipline yourself. You don't put your phone on when you are reading. You keep phone close to you to distract you. No. Don't share your reading time with your phone. Keep your phone away from you. All right? It will help you to concentrate. Switch off televisions. Switch off radio. Whatever that will distract you. You can't be reading and be watching television. No way. Do one thing at a time. Disconnect yourself from people that will distract you. Okay? Studying or reading involve separation for a while. It will not kill you. All right? From people, from things, okay? Anything that will distract you. Separate yourself for that 2 hours, for that 1 hour to study. From thoughts, that will negative thoughts. Now, the first thing you do as you sit down, you skim through the topic or material first. All right? That is peruse through. Go through very fast. If it's a new topic, go through it very fast. Now, if you are going through it very fast to the end, what you should be looking out for, look at the subtopics in what you want to read. Look at the paragraph, maybe the first sentence or the last sentence. Look at the diagrams that are there in the topic, all right? And then generate possible questions before you start reading. It will help you. Now, the next important one, number 6, control your thoughts. Your thoughts. When you are reading, thoughts will come up. You see yourself flying. You see yourself jumping down from a 16-story building and so on and so forth. The mind always thinks thoughts when reading. It's your duty to put the thoughts to check. You must always call it to order when you are reading. How do you call it to order? You speak to your thought. You call it to order. I reject you if it is a negative thought. You speak to that thought. Because words are more powerful than thoughts. All right? For your mind not to wander, fill all the attention slots in your mind. Fill it up. Give yourself more tasks so you can be busy. Your mind should not be allowed to wander while you are reading. No. It will not give you concentration. All right? Read with a study partner and discuss main points. That will help you to check thoughts. Okay? You can get a nap, a little sleep. It will help you to control your thoughts also. Be focused. This is very important. If you are not focused, you can't get much. Let your mind be in what you are reading. You can't be reading and be thinking of something else. The better your focus, okay, or concentration, the more your understanding. That's it. Allow what you are reading to consume you. That is how you understand it. Let it flow. better focus helps you read more and faster. Okay? If you are focused, you read more. Practice meditation to clear your mind. You can just lie down on your bed, close your eyes, just focus on your breathing in and breathing out for some time. It helps to bring up your focus. Set small reading target to keep yourself focused. Okay? Now, also exercising before reading will help you to be focused. Try it out. Number 8, take time to read now. The first time you peruse through the material, this time you will not take time, sit down to read. You have generated some questions, sit down to read. All right? As you read, your mind must be present on what you are reading. Okay? Ensure to understand each step as you progress in the reading. If you are not flowing or understanding with the topic, stop and start again. Okay? You're not rushing. Take time because your aim is to understand. Read without speaking if that keeps you to be focused. You can also read out if it will keep you from distraction. Okay? Use your hand or your pen as a pointer as you read to keep you focused. Okay? As you read, write out important points, draw diagrams, and create pictures. Next, make notes and outline while you read. First, you have to get a study note and pen as you read to write key points. You don't just read. When studying, you write down important points. You underline and highlight key points as you read. All right. Writing while reading helps to increase your rate of understanding. It's important that you write. Okay. It is important that you write. At the end of the study, what you will revise is your study note because it's a summary of what you have read. Number 10, stop to reflect. As you read, you pause. Try to think about what you have read. Is it getting in? Am I getting it? Am I understanding it? Reflect on the material. You're not rushing to anywhere. Right? You can reflect every 30 minutes during your study for meaningfulness. Every 30 minutes you pause and try to check if you're understanding. To help to check your level of assimilation, if you are actually assimilating the material. In fact, reason with what you are reading as you progress. Try to recall. After reading, you must try to recall to see if what you have read is stored in the brain. All right, until you try to recall it, you have not understood it. Don't go and enter any exam without trying to recall. Reciting is a guarantee that what you have read, you have it in your head. You can allow someone to ask you questions on the topic that you have just read. Okay? Reading to teach organizes what you have read in your brain. So read to teach. It helps the memory to bring out the information. Number 12, take practice tests. Okay? Before the main exam, you can take smaller practice tests. For instance, you want to write WAEC or JAM, you can take smaller texts. That helps you to practice. In fact, practice is the key. All right? Writing smaller tests helps to build your confidence for a major exam. Very important. Number 13, revise as much as possible. After 2 days, you can revise what you have read, right, in the past. Revision helps to store information for a long time. You want to remember something for a long time? Then go through it. Revise old things you have read before going to new ones. Rehearsal is key to storing information in the long-term memory. Now, for mathematics, You solve as many questions as possible for the techniques to stick so that you can remember it in exams. Store math by solving questions in your memory. Okay. Number 14, use pictures or things around you. Paint pictures of what you have read. Okay. It will help you to remember information faster. You can also connect what you have read to what you already know. It will help you to remember. Connect them. Old things and new things. It will help you to remember. When you want to remember, you remember through the old one to the new one. Okay? Make the information stick. How do you make the information stick? You can do some things to make information stick after reading. You can make a recording of your study notes with your phone, right? That you can listen regularly. Instead of revising again, just make a study note. You listen to your phone. Use your earpiece to listen again and again. You can snap some pages of your study notes with your phone so you can look at it anytime, regularly. Also, that's another way to make information to stick. Okay? Have a study group where you can also discuss what you have read. Okay? 2 importance of studying. Number 1, you rub mind with great authors, and as such, you gain their knowledge and experience. Okay? So it's very important to study. You can easily pass any exam if you do a good study. Right? So studying is very important. For more of our videos, ensure that you subscribe our channels. Thank you very much.